All right, tonight's subtle emotion for courage is humor. This is a pretty easy one for me. Um, I've always had a good relationship with humor, really appreciated it. It's actually helped me in a lot of times in my life when I felt pretty alone and hopeless. And yeah, so humor uh, definitely is courageous. You know, all throughout history, there's been a spiritual aspect to it where comedians or clowns or people in touch with that humor energy are able to look at something and vocalize it that may be offensive or maybe what people are as a society or a culture or a group avoiding talking about out of fear. And I think that's really the power of humor. Like it's both uplifting. Feels good. It feels good, and it also brings awareness to stuff that normally uh, a lot of people don't want to talk about or look at. And it's uplifting, 100%. I think laughing genuinely, is cathartic, and it is the beginning of like letting go of all the seriousness and beliefs and just expectations. Sometimes it feels good just to laugh at the smallest or biggest thing. So, memory wise, what came to me was, as a kid, I grew up in the 80s and then also in a family that was pretty dysfunctional. So, I pretty much was alone all the time, except for in very small amounts at home. I'd be home alone all night, and I'm talking like from first grade, second grade up, and caused a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of panic. But I had the TV, and man, I loved stand up comedy. I loved it, couldn't get enough of it. And I remember it being a reprieve from all this fear and doubt and worry and anxiety. And, you know, I would stay up to watch like Letterman or stand up comedy shows. Um, I remember really young, I don't remember what age, but probably like 7, maybe 8, walking to a movie theater with my mom and her boyfriend at the time, who was this really big, serious biker. And we saw Eddie Murphy's Raw in the theater. And I laughed my ass off, despite being so young. And then also the comedy was pretty raunchy, but I already had a good reference for that at, when I was young. But after seeing that, I mean, I felt elevated for like days. I would just keep remembering how funny a certain joke was and start laughing, and that's it's really meaningful. When you feel alone or hopeless or whatever, to have that laughter. It's very connective, even though I wasn't there with Eddie Murphy at the time. I definitely felt connection just through the laughter, and I had a voracious appetite for stand-up comedy. I remember watching Gallagher. It was just absolutely silly. Guys smashing pumpkins, or not pumpkins, watermelons with a mallet. But it was funny, and I loved it. So it's humor is definitely an encourage energy. I could easily see how it's beginning to break free from isolation and starting to open up to others, feeling connected. All right, that's tonight's subtle emotion. I'll see you guys tomorrow.